Greetings, YouTube. The technology that you are using at the moment to look at me with would very likely not have been possible without the work of Alan Turing. Alan Turing was a genius. His greatest contribution to the 20th century may have been his help in breaking the Nazi Enigma codes that helped the Allies to just rift through Nazi communications without any issue. But his work with computers, the design, the architecture of the very concept of computing, was monumental. It was the very foundation of what we use today to create the entire computer industry and the world that we are using at the moment. Unfortunately, Alan Turing lived in Britain during an era when there were anti-homosexual laws. He was gay. It was discovered he was gay. He was arrested, tried, and found guilty for simply being gay. And he was put on hormone treatments, which were supposed to have make him not gay, which just made him miserable and drove him to depression. And eventually, Mr. Turing killed himself. He was a great fan of Walt Disney, particularly Sleeping Beauty. He took an apple, he dipped it into arsenic, and he ate it. There is a statue in Britain of Mr. Turing sitting on a bench, holding an apple in his hand. Now, in 2009, Gordon Brown apologized officially on behalf of the British government for having committed the horrible act against Alan Turing. And it's apparently going to be a thing that the British government is now going to officially, posthumously pardon Alan Turing, which falls under the category of a day late and a dollar short. Yes, I guess I suppose the gesture of apologizing for driving someone to suicide for something that was never, ever actually a crime, for simply being someone who loved other human beings. And the pardon, I guess, is a pleasant gesture in some way. But I think the best thing that we can learn from Alan Turing is not to attempt to impose socially conservative mores upon others. What consenting adults do with themselves has nothing to do with anyone else. Who you love has nothing to do with anyone else. And we should not and should never have had laws that dictate who you can and cannot love. Alan Turing was a great man. His loss is immeasurable. We will never know what we could have achieved with him in the world. It isn't just to say that, okay, he's gone, it's kind of sad. No. He could have changed everything, because he did change everything. He could have made contributions that could have revolutionized everything we know now. Except we lost that. It was taken from us by socially conservative bigots. And that's a crime. So, I applaud the British government's gesture. I just really wish it wasn't necessary.